Hey youth, just wanted to give you a quick little video here. I wanted to let you know that we're praying for you, we love you, we're thinking about you, we care about you. Drop us a text, drop us a video, maybe you video yourself memorizing Hebrews 12, 1-3. So I just finished watching the last video of the series, Don't Give Up. Here's a big question that I got from the video, a couple thoughts. Big question was, what's stopping you from taking the next step with Jesus? And I just want to encourage you to think about that question for maybe the next few days or the next week. Just pray about it. Another thing that just really was awesome about that video was talking about how it's not real important to look way down the line. Sometimes we get this idea in our head or this thought where it's like, man, I'm going to be this perfect Christian. I'm going to look way down the line, and down the line it's going to look like this. And sometimes it's really important to have good vision about what's going on in the future, but lots of times it's important just to take the next step and do the next right thing, or the next thing that you know you should do, whether that be read your Bible today. And then when you look back, you see, wow, okay, I see that I've progressed in my relationship with God. Another thing that happened to me as I watched that video was I just was reminded of a story in my life, and I just wanted to share that with you real quick. So here I was a grade 12 student, and I was running cross country. I don't know if you guys have ever ran cross country. It's not super fun, but and it was less fun for me because I really don't like running. But I did like playing basketball. I love playing basketball, and I knew that in order to play basketball, I should be in shape. And so part of me getting in shape was joining the cross-country team at school. Here I was, our team had qualified in grade 12 for provincials. But our coach, who's an awesome guy, who is super responsible, he actually missed the call for the race. And so everybody was lined up, ready to go for the race, and all of a sudden we looked down and we're like, oh my goodness, that's our race right now. All of a sudden we all took off, and our coach is like, just go, and we ended up dead last in the race order to begin. And for those of you that know things about racing, it's really important that you get to the front and you're on time and stuff like that. Well, anyways, we just got there basically, and the gun went off and we started running. And I knew that I was not going to win. And so what I started to do is I just started to bowl my way through the crowd. I kind of sprinted off the start, and I told the guys, just follow me, follow me. And I started to run as hard as I could, and then I settled into my rhythm. And as I was racing, I remember thinking like, man, I'm near the back and I'm not going to do very good. What's the point of me even doing this right now? And I kind of fought off those thoughts a few times, and I just kept racing, kept going, kept doing my best. And there was this one guy who was really, really gifted in running. After we settled into a rhythm and we were through the first mile and we were into the second mile, and he wasn't in really good shape, but he was a much, much more gifted runner than I was. So this is what he'd do. He would sprint ahead of me, and he'd run, and then he'd walk for a while. And I would be chugging along, just chug. And he would look, and he would look back every now and then, and he'd see how close I'd be getting. And then as soon as I'd get close enough to pass him, he would sprint ahead of me again, and then I was getting so discouraged because this guy was walking after the race and he was beating me. Something went off in me when we were coming to the third mile, and I said, no matter what happens, I'm going to beat this kid who keeps sprinting ahead of me. I'm going to show him that I can do better than that. And I've put in the work, I've conditioned myself, and so I'm going to sprint this last mile as fast as I can. And I started running as hard as I could, like hard. And my muscles were all aching and stuff like that. And I just decided, you know what, it doesn't matter anymore. I'm just going to beat this kid. And I started running as fast as I could. And anyways, there was just a little over a quarter mile left, and I mean, I was dog dead tired, and this guy was dog dead tired, but he's just hanging on just in front of me, and we were passing people, but it didn't matter anymore because we knew the race was between him and I. And I sort of just gave it my last little kick, and I was sprinting as fast as I could, which isn't that fast, but that day it was fast enough to beat that guy. Near the end, he gave up and he said, oh, whatever, and he walked the rest of the way. And I was able to finish in stride because I had persevered, because I had pushed through. My coach came and said, Ryan, I don't know what got into you today, but that was great. You did a personal best. And those words stuck out in my mind. And I just want to encourage you with that today. What does a personal best look like for you with your relationship with God? Does it look like you just opening your Bible just a little bit? Does it look like you just praying to God? Does it look like you just turning off your video games for a while and making God a priority in your life? I just want to encourage you guys, don't give up on the race with Jesus. Jesus is better. Jesus wants to take you to a deeper place. So just think about that question one more time. What's stopping you from going deeper with God today? What's stopping you from going to a more meaningful place? And just, soften your heart towards God and let him in. God has called us to persevere. Like no other time in my history, and your history probably, God is allowing us to have a persevering spirit. We want to get out of this COVID business like right now. We all want it to be over. But maybe God's rising up in us a persevering spirit so that we can run the race with perseverance. So when we feel like giving up, when it seems like somebody's just sprinting ahead of us the whole time, that we're able not to give up. Okay, love you guys. Thanks for letting me share this story with you. Comment some thoughts below, and we'll talk to you soon.